What is up guys, Sloth here and welcome to the Mass Miner Madness. Sharing with you some all miner raids, and this strategy is just devastating at the moment. At Town Hall 11 you can see max Town Hall 11s here just get crushed for the 3 stars with all miners. Now when the miner troop first came out, this is exactly what I said in my video that I would like to try. All miners, all heal spells, because it renders the Inferno Towers useless. It basically brings us right back to when Clan Wars first came out with the mass Hog Rider attacks and healing them straight through all of the bases. That is exactly what I see with this, but hey, it works, and it is one of the most effective strategies in the game right now. If you want to be 3-starring max Town Hall 11s with a very simple strategy, then this is the one for you. Now you may see bowlers interchange with this as well, because the mass bowler attacks are equally as effective as the Valkyries were, but now the bowlers and the miners have certainly taken over that with the mass attacks. Now you do have to work the bowlers slightly different. Make sure you at least set up a funnel. You can have healers as well for a bit of a bowler walk strategy. Spell deployment is a little bit varied as well, but for pure simplicity, the mass miner attacks are just crazy. Now I do try and keep a lot of variety on my channel, covering right from the beginner side of things right through to more advanced things, and this is certainly more on the simplistic level. I do appreciate the frustration of the high level war guys, the 3-star specialists. Personally, I think we do need to try and bring that end of the game back. I think it was something to strive for, but it is a very difficult balance to get because there are a lot of people that play this game for a lot of different reasons. Now there's a huge number of people out there that don't want to get to that level. They want to learn an effective strategy which is easy to perform and can help them take down bases. That's what you can use the miners for. You saw the previous raid. Let's take a look at this one and another couple of examples. Coming from one side, bringing all of your miners in together, that allows you to utilize your spells on as many miners as possible. If you spread them out, you're allowing the defenses to do a higher amount of DPS on your miners, and all that means is that defenses can only shoot at so many troops at once, and all the other troops in that area are getting away for free, so they're getting damage onto the defenses and taking them out without taking any hit points. Now there are splash damage defenses, but with the miners, because they go underground, they come right up at wizard towers and they can take them out very easily. They get inside the radius of the mortar. It's more the giant bombs you have to watch out for, and that is where the heal spells come in as well. Now just before we talk about that, you'll see that the clan castle troops came out to try and defend. I would recommend bringing 2 poison spells for that, but as a high risk, high reward strategy for yourself to defend, a golem in the clan castle can stop miners dead in their tracks when it explodes. However, most of the time you'll see a bit of variety in the clan castle. A lot of people like to put all minions, and it's quite easy to take out with poison spells, to be honest. But let me know what you like to use in the clan castle. By all means, I will certainly try it out. But you will see that the mass miner attack here just absolutely crushed this max Town Hall 11 base. And just a simple strategy to use. So let's go ahead and look at another max base here. This time we don't even have max level miners. These are level 3 miners, and they're still going to take down this base. So these wide spread out bases that you see fairly often are ideal for the miners. They don't have a lot of defenses shooting at them at any one time, and because they go underground, the distance that they travel on these wide spread out bases where you would normally be getting fired at from all directions from the defenses as you're moving up to them, the miners don't have that issue. The other similarities that you'll see against all these raids are that the heroes become split up. The king goes on one side of the base and the queen on the other in order to help take out the outside and help the miners move through the base in one straight line. The Grand Warden then has been coming right through the middle, and also the Eagle Artillery has been the main focus to get that down so that it's not constantly shooting at all of your troops across the entire radius of the map, because as soon as you start dropping the miners, that Eagle Artillery is activated and it can do huge damage, especially if your miners are grouped together or even on your heroes, and often you will see that it's the heroes that really make the defining factor to finish off the defenses, because the miners are taking so much damage throughout the raid. you're often left with your heroes with a decent amount of health in order to finish things off. Obviously, with any strategy, it is advised to alter the composition to suit the base as needed. You'll see that this attacker decided to bring a couple of balloons. I'm sure that they were meant for the back-end wizard towers, but didn't really come off in this raid to do that. But I think that was the planning behind that. Maybe it was for one of the cannons at the far side or something, but really to tank the wizard towers as your miners are moving through towards the end can be a good idea. Now I did want to show you this final raid just before we wrap things up because it's a little bit different, gives you something else that you can have in your toolkit in order to set up a mass miner raid. Obviously the first three have been very basic, bringing them in from one side, splitting the heroes up and monitoring the heal spells throughout. This one is going to use a queen charge to come into this compartment on the left hand side. Also uses the Grand Warden there, mainly so the aura will boost the queen and the healers. Couple of minions used to snipe off buildings along the way, that's always helpful, but you'll see he takes down some key buildings from doing this. Number one, he gets the Eagle Artillery down, we've already discussed that. The Clan Castle is also lured and taken care of, as is the enemy Barbarian King, so a lot of key things taken down already. And then when the miners come in, because this side's taken out, they actually funnel themselves straight through over towards the core and this right hand side, so they're in a little bit of a more tight, compact group. And spell wise on this raid, we had 2 rage spells as part of the queen charge, and then we have a freeze spell here for the multi-inferno. Now I think the plan with this is that when the base is a bit more tightly compact like this, the miners don't get as long underground, and that is when they can still be healed through the infernos. So when they're standing up trying to take out buildings, they can't be healed through the infernos. When they go underground, then you can utilize the heal. So when the base is a bit more tight like this and they're not underground for as long, they're obviously not getting as much of the healing benefit. So you do have to bear that in mind with your spells. Just thinking about the type of base you're going up against and where the miners are going to go. You've seen that for the 4 corners or the wide spread out bases. Heal spells right the way through were great actually. Even on this raid though, the amount of miners left over, you can see they just overwhelm this base. But I do like the effort and commitment of this little wizard, really trying to help out with the miners. Just as he gets to a building though, they just take it out each and every time. But that is going to wrap it up for the mass miner attack strategy. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below about the mass miner attacks or mass attacks in general. Have you used the mass miner attack? Any other tips or thoughts in terms of making this a bit more consistent? That will always help the other viewers out. I've been your host Judo Sloth, and until next time, peace out guys. Stay tuned for more Clash of Clans.